Hello everybody. Today I will be teaching how to write program for factorial. Okay. So this is by using recursion technique. So we are going to write the recursion function to find the factorial. So if you recall, what is recursion? Recursion is a one which calls itself, right? The function calls itself, then we call it as a recursion. So what is the concept of factorial? How do you find factorial of number 5? 5 factorial is nothing but 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, right? So you are reducing, right? So if you take this as n, and this will be n minus 1. So again this will become n minus 2 and this is n minus 3, like this, right? So each time a number get reduced by 1. So what I can do it is, instead of putting it into a for loop and trying to reduce these things, since it is getting reduced by 1 and each time it is multiplying, so I can write a factorial function. Okay, I can write a factorial function inside this. Okay, see, I should get a parameter, that is the size for, that is the n, what for which number I have to find, right? So if I want to make the computation, what I should write? I should write it as, simply I can just write it as n into, this is what, n minus 1. So how to do n minus 1? I can just tell factorial of n minus 1. Okay, I can simplify and write it as n into factorial of n minus 1. So in case if I take 5 into, I will take factorial of 5 minus 1. So 5 minus 1 is what? 5 into factorial of 4. So you are recursively trying to call. So what happens when I tell factorial of 4? It becomes 5 into 4 into. So it will go to the call here. Okay. And then it will perform 4 into factorial of 4 minus 1. Okay, recursively it get called. So it is 5 into 4 into now it will become, when you call this, it is nothing but 3. So it will become 3 into factorial of 3 minus 1. It will become, right? So again recursively it gets called. So it will become 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into factorial of 2 minus 1 it will become. So again it is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, and then factorial of 1 into factorial of 1 minus 1. So I should know what I should return. Now I have to stop. That is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 into, I should not get this as 0, right? This is factorial of 0. It should be as 1. So for this, what I can do it is, whenever n becomes 0, I can tell return the value as 1. So what happens if I tell return? So this function is being called. So factorial, this is complete factorial. So 1 will be substituted here. Okay. Then I can get the value 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 into 1 it will become. So I can just get 1 into 1 as 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. So I can just compute these two things. Okay, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2. Then again these two things, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2, I can do 3 2 so 6. Okay, into 6. So 5 into 24. Okay, 120 we will get. So like this we can do find the factorial of a number using recursive techniques. Okay, so I can tell, I can set my condition as, if what, if my n becomes 0, then return, okay, return, what I should return? Return 1. Else if it does not become 0, then I have to find what? I can just tell return n into, I have to call this function again. So factorial factorial of n minus 1 I can say. Okay, and then close the brackets. So return, so it is going to return a value, so I should write the return type for this function. So here instead of taking it as int, because the size of int is just 32,676, right? So what we can do it is, instead of that we can try to increase the size. So long int I will take. In my case, you can say you can take unsigned long int also and make it still more bigger number we can return. So what we can do it is, we can write the data type as return type as long int. You can also increase the size here by using unsigned long int, so that it will support for at least some 14 to 15 factorial. You can find up till some 14 or 15 factorial. Okay, so it's very simple. You can just write, if n becomes 0, here it became 0, no? So 0 means it has to return 1. So 1 will be returned, then you can calculate the rest. So if it is not 0, then we can calculate like this, that is, we have to return n into factorial. This is the name of the function. So we are calling it itself. Function is calling itself. That's why it is called as recursion function. So the parameter we are sending is n minus 1. If I send 5 here, it will become 5 minus 1, 4. So each time it gets called and finally gets substituted. Okay. Here we need not write else also. Okay, because why? Inside if you don't put brackets, only first statement will be taken as the if statement, right? Else it will just come to the statement outside if. So without else also we can write this program. One more method also we can write. We can just tell this function. This is the most simplest way to write. Even if you want, you can write it as, if n is greater than or equal to 1, okay, return, what is that? N into factorial of n minus 1. I can write like this. Else return 1 I can write. So this is one more option. We can write like this also. It all left to you. It is the programmer style. So I can write the condition like this also. Whenever n is greater than or equal to 1, it keeps calculating, it keeps calling the function itself, that is n into factorial of n minus 1, it keeps doing. Okay, so like this also we can write. Now let us write the entire program. Okay, so we can write it as include stdio.h. Okay, then what is that? Void main. So void is the return type for the main. Void means that means after doing this main function, we are not going to return any value to the system. So here we require to declare n. Okay, I just require the value of n. So printf, enter an integer number, I can say. Enter positive integer number. Let me write it as positive integer number. Okay, and then what am I supposed to write? Scanf, I have to read the number, right? So it is an integer number which I am going to read. So ampersand n. Now I have to call the function factorial. So to call it, I can just call it inside printf statement itself. Printf factorial of n is, I can write ld, because long int. Okay, the parameters here will be, for this is n and for this will be the function name. I am calling the function in the printf statement itself. So here I am going to write it as factorial. Okay, and the parameter I am going to pass is n. Okay, so I am trying to close the function. And one thing you should know, in the function, always function declaration should be there. So I have to declare before this main function. So I am going to declare it long int, okay, factorial of, I can write int, then semicolon is a must. So this line is called as function declaration. declaration. So this part is called as what? Function call. Now what happens? The control, when it starts from here, it will go inside main function. It is going to read the value of n, and here in printf statement you are writing factorial of n is %d. Okay, in the parameters you have n and factorial n. This is a function call. So control get transferred to the function. So I have to write the function definition here. I can write it as long int factorial, okay, int n. Never put semicolon for the function definition. So here either I can write the function definition like this or like this. So it is left to you, whichever is you find easy you write. If n is equal to 0, then we are just going to return it as 1, else we can return what? N into factorial of n minus 1. Okay, just close the function. It's very simplest for program. So whenever the concept of recursion comes, they are going to ask you to write example program. So you can write the example program, either program to find factorial of a number, or you can also write Fibonacci series. So in the next video we'll be discussing about the Fibonacci series. So just understand everyone. So this is the program. Here this is the declaration part. So long int factorial of n minus 1 we are given, and then in the main function we are reading this value of n and we are calling the function factorial n. Here factorial return type is long int, and then factorial is the name of the function. Only one parameter is there. Passed by value we are done. So value has been passed here. So if n is equal to 0, it is going to return 1. So 1 will be returned here, right? So otherwise else return n into factorial of n minus 1. This is recursive, so function is calling itself. So it becomes, so the tracing I have written here, so it gets terminated here. Once it is calculated, the control is going to get returned to this function and the value will be printed here. Okay, thank you.